Zambia is a multi-stakeholder initiative made up of the Ministry of Health, medical stores, Pharmaceutical Regulatory Authority, civil society organizations, and the private sector involved in the manufacture and supply of medicines. Kabwe is the capital of the Zambian Central Province, with a population estimated at 202,914 as at the 2010 census. Formerly named Broken Hill, it was founded when lead and zinc deposits were discovered in 1902. It is an important transportation and mining center. In 1921, a human fossil, a skull, called Broken Hill Man or Rhodesian Man, was found in the mine. The mine occupies a 2.5 square kilometer site, 1 kilometer southwest of the town center. A study by the Blacksmith Institute found Kabwe to be one of the 10 most polluted places in the world, due mostly to heavy metal tailings making their way into the local water supply. On the 18th of July 2014, Zambia traveled to this very important town to hold a consultative workshop with civil society organizations from the Central Province. This meeting was held at Kabwe Lodge, and participants came from Kapirimposhi, Chivombo, and the host town, Kabwe. The objective of this workshop was to create awareness of medicines issues raised in the pilot phase studies, inclusive of issues involving pricing, availability, and accessibility of medicines to ordinary Zambians in Chivombo, Kapirimposhi, and Kabwe, amongst other places in the Central Province.
8 districts, which are going to begin collecting data, which will come to Meta, and Meta will analyze and also give that same information to government to look at availability of medicines and accessibility. Because medicines can be available, but they may not be accessible.
Mr. Ludovic Mwape, Public Relations Officer from the Zambia Medicines Regulatory Authority and also a member of the Meta Communications Committee, spoke about the role of ZAMRA.
All I can say is the history of medicines in Zambia, regulation of medicine, started in 1941 with the Pharmacy and Poisons Board, which was created with the Pharmacy and Poisons Act in 1941. Imagine, 1941, but where are we now? Are we able to say we are there, we are providing the safe, efficacious, quality, affordable medicines? Are our people having access to these medicines? So this act was mainly to provide for the control of the profession of pharmacy and the trade in drugs and poisons. At that time, medicines were considered as poisons, 1941. And this was just a small department under the Ministry of Health. It was known as the Pharmaceutical Services Department. And then there were a lot of laws, Pharmacy and Poison, the Drug Act, Pharmacy and what, a lot of them, these laws. So in 1991, there was the National Drug Policy. Have you heard about it? Government approved the National Drug Policy. A policy framework was now created. Said this is the way we want medicines, because medicines cannot be sold anyhow on the market like foodstuffs, or more on the market you go and buy. No, we should do regulate, because health is important. A healthy nation is a developed nation. So in 1991, the National Drug Policy, in 1997, somewhere there, it was approved. And then through this framework, government saw that there was these many laws that were looking at drugs, medicines, and so on. Why can't we now form one institution, give it powers, so that they regulate only medicines? They register these medicines that are coming all over from the country. They register these facilities and what? And look at 1997, it only came into effect, the law was passed in 2004. In 2004, that was when the Pharmaceutical Act, number 14 of 2004 was passed. And it established the Pharmaceutical Regulatory Authority.
The second objective of this workshop was to create a sense of ownership of the meta-objectives by the local citizenry so that they can spearhead their claim to the right to quality, affordable medicines and encourage the establishment of district meta-focus groups that can draw on funding from the CDF.
Reportedly, in Stokout, it should be in Namwala somewhere there. Not until the minister went there, and this, how come you guys, you don't have whatever? So the minister had to immediately, order, and the helicopter had to lift that whatever until to that.
But
not
if
until the minister comes in, then the medicines are available. But when you, the professional, you do your job to for the whatever, the medicines are not coming. What is the problem?
I think maybe it's just the issue of communication.
For collision making, we have to speak as a collision. Because when you speak as a single CSO, your voice is small. But as you can see here, it's like a provincial CSO we are making, and when we speak, even your voice will be heard louder. Whoever wants to listen to you, your voice will be loud enough. I think this is not a collision building.
Experiences from other meta countries were shared by Zinda Angwenyama, who had traveled to Holland in June 2014 and represented Zambia at a meta workshop attended by other meta countries.
Jordan have got a group of organizations and individuals interested in promoting health-related issues. Somebody was talking about coalitions. I think it's Mr. Ndlovu. Yeah. So Jordan have got something that they put up together. They've got a coalition of CSOs that are dealing in medicine. And this came from the pilot phase. They're involved in various committees and have had a number of achievements. One of the achievements that they've had was that they played an active role in developing the national drug policy in 2014. And I think one of the major reasons why they played that active role is because they had a bigger voice as a civil society, them having been presented from right across the country.
Those who are collaborating with us.
Meetings to what?
The stakeholders.
Understanding that access to health is a basic right that each of us should enjoy was paramount at this workshop.
Our target for this advocacy action.
Based on the discussions, it was clear to see that the participants are eager to play their role and take ownership of the meta objectives.
So, we have said this is a simple advocacy sketch. So ourselves, where are we going to be? Here. On top.
We've just drawn a what? It is more or less like a work plan. Yeah. Oh, so we've indicated there's the date, activity, and then venue, time, and the responsible person. So for us, what we were thinking, we said we've chosen. It's just an example. Example given. There is a date, and then we go for a stakeholders meeting. Then the venue was selected, the council of time. And then who are responsible? The responsible person is us, COS.
Meta Zambia is a multi-stakeholder initiative made up of the Ministry of Health, medical stores, pharmaceutical regulatory authority, civil society organizations, and the private sector involved in the manufacture and supply of medicines.